Hi YouTubers, it's Fortune Cookie 45 LC coming to you today. And question is, what's one sport that a man or a woman could get into with dedication, practice, perseverance, and make it all the way to the Olympics? This being an Olympic year, it's going to be held in London, England. And by the way, hi to all the YouTubers out there in Great Britain and England. Also to the YouTube viewers who are in Australia and Canada, rest of the United States, in countries like Netherlands, Thailand, India. Hi to all of you out there. So anyway, trap shooting. A lot of trap shooters start shooting at the local range, and they bring their field guns, and next thing you know, they start to shoot 25 targets out of 25 in a round of trap. And they keep going, and pretty soon they're shooting 50 straight and 75 straight. And that person loves shooting, has great hand and body coordination, and also has fantastic mental toughness. Really enjoys shooting. And these are the elements that's required for someone to excel at trap shooting. There are lots of books available, and women shooters are out there in great numbers, and they're very good. So hi to all the women viewers on YouTube, because there's a number of you. 6.6% of all the viewers of the Fortune Cookie 45 LC channel are women, and I salute you and thank you for tuning in. Now, after a while, if we get really interested, we're going to go ahead and invest in a better shotgun that's more set up for trap shooting instead of using our field guns. So the idea behind trap shotguns is that the comb here on the stock is more in line with the bore. This causes the face to, as we mount the shotgun, the eye will maintain its position in relation to the rib because of the straight comb. Now, trap targets are all rising, so most trap shotguns are set up so that the shot pattern is going to hit a little high of the front bead by 8 to 10 inches to compensate for the rise of the trapped bird. Now, the funny thing about trap shooting is that once we use our beads to get our position, our alignment on the field over the trap house, when we call for the bird, we don't look at the bead or the shotgun any longer, but we watch for the bird. And that's where the eye-body coordination comes in. The eye must watch the bird, determine where it's going, and then the body makes the movement toward it, and then the coordination comes in for the trigger to be pressed or pulled to hit the target. But we won't talk about trap shooting techniques here. The Remington 3200 shotgun that you see here was manufactured in the late 70s. And even though it has the 2 pins here, which means that it is an early manufacturer, and Remington actually recalled this shotgun for some repairs. This shotgun has served very well up until the present day. Trap shotguns shoot lots of rounds. And whether you want to be a good shooter at the club and become a good club shooter, or maybe want to go into competitive trap shooting and join a league to shoot around the area and invest in books on advanced trap shooting techniques, and then the hopes of going to state competition like here, with eventually going to perhaps the Grand American. But a word of caution, and that is, if you're an older shooter and you're not starting out as a youngster, it's hard to really get there. To get to the very top echelon where you might get a spot on the U.S. Olympic team or become a national champion at the Grand. The last Grand American was dominated by youngsters, teenagers, anywhere around 15 to 17 years old. All the final shooters were teenagers. And the winner, I believe, was someone who was 16. So nowadays, you've got to start young and become a good shooter while you're still a teenager. So it might be more difficult for an older shooter to get to that level, but there's nothing wrong with us becoming good club shooters, and that's where I am, and I'm happy to be a good club shooter, and there's no problem with that. Sometimes we might even get a chance to win a nice trophy. Now, trap shotguns are all 12 gauge, and the important thing about a trap shotgun is that when you throw it up to your shoulder and you open your eyes, the beads line up properly, that your eye isn't to the left or to the right or too high or too low. And certainly if it's not the case where every time you throw that shotgun up, those beads line up, if that doesn't happen, you've got to go see a stock fitter to have the shotgun fitted to you. Then go on with your trap shooting career. And trap shooting is difficult because a big part of it is mental. It is so easy to make a mental mistake and lose a bird. And in my experience in trap shooting on the state level, the losses always happen by one bird. You lost to the person that won by one. Whether you shot 49 and you were beaten by a 50, or you shot 99 and was beaten by 100, or whether you tied at 100, you tied at 100 straight, but then you lost by one bird in the shoot-off. So the search was always to get that one more bird, and very difficult. So anyone who's a champion shooter like the one that won the Grand, hats off to that shooter. And the Olympic team, well, we're going to tune in, but unfortunately the shooting sports aren't covered very well on the networks, but we can look for the Outdoor Channel to show some of that. We're looking forward to that. So YouTubers, if you get out there to trap fields, have a good time, and we'll see you out there. Fortune Cookie 45 LC. Bye for now.